Dun, 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 dun. No dash. Oh well. Okay, so the syntax for this is, well, D+. This is for digit. This is just an anything. So maybe we just want an anything, right? Public and an anything. Okay. So now we're getting this, but what happened? Like, how do we get this? How do we get this? The found thing, the found handler, says just return the callback. It doesn't say anything about getting optional parameters, but we can do something like this. Let's see what this returns. I'm interested. Okay, restart this, and restart this, and okay, parameter. So that's not what we want. Let's try the second one. Restart this and refresh that. File foo.txt. That's really cool. Okay, so far we're not actually passing these parameters anywhere in here. We probably want to call this as the third argument, and I'll show you why now. We can go to our routes file, and we're getting the request, and we're getting the socket, but we can also do something like this. Parameters is an empty array, because sometimes we won't have it, right? If no one passes those parameters, we don't want to have argument should be array is null, whatever, errors. So now what we can do, let's just comment this stuff out quickly, and let's print those parameters here, just to make sure that it's working. We'll take this really slow. Parameters, and exit. In fact, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. So again, restart this, and refresh this, and this has gone off the screen. That's, whew, that's interesting. Hold on a second. My configuration of this seems to be weird. Window, top of screen, columns, rows 40. I just need to restart terminal because it's being dumb. Bum 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 bum. Nope, still being dumb. That is not good. Okay, well, profile, window, don't do top of screen, do normal. Here I am just trying to get rid of the borders of the screen, and iTerm is not playing along nicely. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go to okay, copy that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, did I make that even bigger? There you go. Technical difficulties notwithstanding. Okay, PHP index, and we'll refresh this again, and again we have these parameters. So we know by this point that we're going to have these parameters. What we can maybe do is start reading the file within here. So we'll do something like if not is set parameters file. Serve something here. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. Yield new blank response. Sure, why not? Yield new nothing. New memory sync. Maybe something like this, because we don't really care what that stuff is. Okay, on the off chance that that is set, what we're going to try and do is read that file. So for a start, we actually want to require this file system library, which doesn't have instructions for requiring it. That's fine. Okay. Composer require Icicle file system. Good so far? How are you? Are you good? I'm gonna drink some juice. So this is taking a while. Okay. In the meantime, we want to get the file. So file is parameters file. We'll do a files exist. In fact, maybe what we want to do is just yield this right at the end and say if set and do this. We'll do a late exit. So in here we'll get the file and print the file out. Otherwise here, in fact, maybe we want to do this. Stream is just like an empty stream. Let's say stream get length stream. So if the file exists and it's available, then we'll just put that in stream, and then both of these responses will work. That seems good. That seems fine. Okay. It also gives us a good hook into doing 404, because in this case we could just substitute stream with a default stream to a 404 file, which is a static file. I think that would be good. Otherwise we just render a dynamic file or something. I don't know. Maybe we redirect. Maybe we redirect. Maybe we redirect. I don't even know how redirects work in Icicle. This should be entertaining. Okay, how's this doing? Can't find it. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we need to adjust our minimum stability. Prefer table. Always prefer table to floor. Will this work? Who knows? Hard to tell. Worst case, we just add that repo as a special repo, as an extra repo in Composer. That should work. Although, this looks more promising than what it was before. Yeah, that looks promising. Well, I mean, it does say under development. That's interesting. So it's loading in the concurrent package as well. I don't really want to talk about that right now. It's really interesting, but we don't need to talk about it right now. Okay, so finally it's loaded the file system thing in. Now let's go back to routes. And by the way, this isn't how the application's always going to be structured. I have plans to move this stuff out, maybe to create some kind of very simple controller and view system. Who knows? We'll see what time. Only time will tell. Okay, what do the examples for this tell us to do? Examples, good old test.php. I have this stuff too. Test.php, hey? Okay, yield file open. That seems good. These parameters are the same as fopen, if I remember correctly. And so the path is dir. So this will be, this is route, so this is the root directory, public, and then file. Yeah. I'm not sure if this will capture forward slashes as well. I have no idea. Who knows? So I guess what we actually want is if yield, maybe we want something like this. Exist is yield file system is file. And we put this path separate. So path is that. We say if exists. I wonder what the syntax would be like to do. Could we do this in an if statement without the extra brackets? I don't want to do extra brackets. Maybe something like this. If yield file is file path, then get that file. Get that file. And print as file. Because I'm just interested to know if this code works so far. Okay. So let's run our index file again, and let's refresh this. Boom. And this should break out here. Path traversal, hey? Call to undefined function file is file. That is because I am not even importing the namespaces for this. I need Icicle file. I need it. I need Icicle file. And I'm obsessed about ordering this stuff alphabetically. I'm obsessed about it. I mean, I could just use a proper IDE. Hey, Uncle Carbs. And MetaNat. Okay, so let's try this again. Restart. And refresh. And what do we have? Has file! Has file. Okay. Stream. Let's just do stream. We need to do error checking around this, obviously, but that works. No ways! Verse works. Okay. Let's do some try catch. Try. I actually don't want to catch. Well, do I want to catch? I don't really want to catch. Because the default answer to this is going to be file not found, right? I don't want to say why the file can't be loaded. Maybe all I want is finally without a catch. Maybe that's all I want. And I'm not sure if this is a deviation for PSR. I don't know. Couldn't be bothered. Try. And then file close. File. Is there like a static version of file close? Ah! File close. Nope. Oh well. File close. So this seems fine. Okay, just a little bit of protection around this to make sure that it doesn't break too horribly. But it broke horribly anyway. Sure. Cannot resume already running generator. That's an interesting error because interesting error. Okay. No idea. Let's do that. Maybe it's something to do with if the file couldn't be opened properly. That's very interesting. Oh, obviously. Whew. Bit of a dummy. So why does that? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well maybe we have to wrap this whole thing in a try catch because. I figured that bit out. But maybe we have to wrap this whole thing in a try catch because we're closing stream, right? But stream could just be that empty memory sink. And, well, yeah, this is fine. We want to yield this response, right? So that the application can respond. And right at the end, we want to close the stream. Yes, the idea is to yield. Uncle Carbs asks, is the idea to yield at I/O? Although you can probably see chat. Yield yields a keyword from 5.5. It creates generators from this, and generators are an interesting beast. I'll paste a link in chat for a thing that you can watch because fun. YouTube. So I don't want to talk about generators right now, even though they're really useful, but there's quite a bit of interesting background on this. Oh my gosh, load. Oh my gosh. So slow. There's quite a bit of interesting background on generators and how they can be abused, essentially, to enable cooperative multitasking in PHP. Here is the talk. Dun, 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 dun. There's the talk. You can go and you can watch that if you want, or not if you don't want. It's basically about using generators and by extension iteration in PHP to enable multitasking. This library that I'm using, Icicle, builds on top of this concept to decorate, well, I guess decorate's maybe not the right word, but to wrap generators in an object called a coroutine. And it gives a kind of great interface on asynchronous PHP. So that you can write code that looks like synchronous PHP, but it's actually asynchronous. It's very interesting.